Okay, let's help you get this set up here. Okay, so here you see 45%. Okay, that's going to be your probability. And remember, before we even talk about that, remember that in this unit, we're talking about the binomial probability. So remember what the formula is for that. That is P of X equals N CX. Remember, that's a combination. P to the X power, and then Q to the N minus X power. Now what we need to do here is establish what each of these are, okay? Let's look at just A, okay? All right, so, and we need to establish what N, P, and Q are. So N is the number of consumers, okay? So here it says you randomly select 8 consumers. So however many consumers that you're dealing with, that's your N. So N is 8. Okay, now you need to figure out what P is. P is the probability, okay? The number that at the very beginning, 55%, that's your probability. And whenever you list out your probability, it needs to be as a decimal and not as a percent. So 55% is 0.55. Okay, and then Q is 1 minus whatever that probability is. So it's going to be 1 minus 0.55. Okay, which is equal to 0.45. Okay, and in part A, this says find the probability that the number that prefer to purchase electronics is exactly 5. Okay, so the probability exactly 5. So 5 is going to be your X value. So in part A, X is 5. Okay, now that we have our numbers, now we can plug into our formula, and everywhere you see all these things, we're just going to replace our numbers with those. Okay, so N is 8, so that's 8. Choose X, which is 5. And remember, for that 8 choose 5, you can go to your calculator and you can get that quickly. You don't need to do that portion by hand. You can just use the combination function that's built into the calculator. And if you need help finding that, I can help you try to find that. P is 0.55, so 0.55 all to the X power, which is 5. And then Q is 0.45. Okay, N minus X. So this is 8 minus 5. That's just going to be 3 here. Okay, so these two exponents here should always add up to be whatever your X value is. Or sorry, whatever your N value is, just so you know. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can go to a calculator such as Desmos.com and you can input this entire expression all at once. So here's my calculator, Desmos. This is one called Desmos.com/scientific. I like it a lot. The combination function is right here when you click on the function. So you would click on that function, then you type in your two numbers with a comma between them. So this is 8, 5 times, and then we had 0.55 exponent. The exponent was 5, and then we had times. Then we had 0.45, and the exponent there was 3, okay? So the probability of exactly 5 is 0.2568. All right, hopefully this helps you get the rest of it.